You're watching another episode of Kelley's Outdoor Adventures, the RV Drifters. And we are in Raymond, Ohio at the Raymond House. Please watch this video all the way to the end. We've got a vote and a question to ask our viewers at the end. And if you watch our videos regularly, you knew that we went to the Allen Creek State Park. Well, just before that visit, we went down and checked out this park and stayed a night just to check it out. And, well, we're headed back. Well, the address for the campground technically is Raymond, Ohio, but it's actually closer to Broadway, Ohio. This is our return trip. It's several weeks later. It's green. And you know how a lot of these YouTube vloggers, travel vloggers go to some place and they say, we'll be back. Well, we did come back to this place. It was nice. And so here we are about 6 weeks later. And other than the sign that sits out by the road on 347 in Union County, the park itself probably sits a quarter of a mile to a half a mile off the road. You can't see anything from the road other than the sign. So as you pull in here, there's half a quarter to half mile driveway to get back to the campgrounds. You really can't see the campgrounds from the road at all. You kind of go through this little S curve here, and then once you come out of this S curve, you're going to see a really long drive. And this year it looks like it's got soybeans planted on both sides of the drive. I bet you if the farmer ever plants corn on the two sides of this would be a really secluded campground. Anyway, so yeah, you can see it's just got a really long driveway heading us back. And I should mention this is kind of a venue type of campground. A little bumpy, sorry if the camera's shaking. But it's a venue campground, and they have a couple of different, barns that you could rent out. I've not been inside this white one with the red doors yet, but there's another one down over the hill that's got like a little kitchen area and a little bit more fancy, if you will. But yeah, it's just a long drive back in here before you even get to the campground. And there's pond number 2. Somebody walking a couple dogs, and there's a cat following. And dam goes up to the lake that we just saw up above. And yeah, then we head in. There's a handful of campsites that are in this really heavily wooded area. Here is pond number 3. And this is where we come around to what I would call the main event center. in memory of Raymond Franklin Winters, May 1st, 1902 to February 24th, 1986. Our son Cody was bringing our car back, and he called, and I was walking over to basically walk him in and kind of give direction on how to get to where we're at. All right. And now stay on that road, and you'll come all the way around this lower lake. Banjos, bullfrogs. There's a lot of bullfrogs. Okay, yeah, just keep coming. I'm walking around behind the building. I'll see you. Hey, Tippy. Hey, Tippy. We're up over here. And that's Tippy the guard dog. That's the owner's dog. Barks a lot, but no issues. We're going to do a quick review, or just to show you our site number 26. You saw it on a previous video a little bit, but yeah, we'll show you the site that we stayed in. Things are greening up. It's looking better. We are site number 26. They put little marks on the trees. You got to kind of know what tree where you're looking at. But we have an absolutely wonderful site right here, and got a nice view from our inside area looking out, because there's nothing but woods across there, nobody around, so really liking it. Anyway, time for a beer. And as usual, if you like these videos, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and the notification bell so you can follow all of our adventures. So we have a fire, not every night, but 2 or 3 nights a week since the weather's been nice. And sit out here, and of course my new beverage of choice, you hear the birds and the campsite. Kind of loving it. All right, now let's get back and finish up the campground tour. So it's a nice park. It's a RV park. It's quiet. It's small. So I'm guessing there's 50 campsites here, and of those 50 campsites, probably half are like full-time sites, year-round through the winter, everything. And then probably of the remaining 25, probably half of those are what I would call like month at a time renters, people who come in, stay for 4 weeks. So that's only leaving you 10 or 12 sites that when you could call and say, hey, I'd like to stay here, that would ever be available. We happened to luck into this, and I think part of this was we had come down and seen this place back in February in the dead of winter, where it was easy to get a campsite, and we went ahead and made arrangements and said, hey, we're going to come back and do this again, and we wanted to schedule it early like that so that we could get a little bit more time. So anyway, this is the Raymond House, and I kind of like it. I'll come back to this. We've been back to this place, and I would come back to this place again. It's kind of quiet. It's way off the road, and for what we're looking for in campsite, I like it. So that's it. We're out. Broadway is a cute little town. It's got a little Marathon gas station here. It's got the Kubota right across the road, but more importantly, it's got the Stone House Tavern. And the Stone House Tavern, it has good food, good music, and a great bar. It's a pretty good place, and it's usually pretty busy. So Kelley's Outdoor Adventures is looking at creating some stickers and magnets, and we've got a couple of options, and we're looking for opinions. So here are our two choices, or the two that I've come up with so far. Let us know what you think. So option 1 would be the state of Ohio with our logo, and option 2 would be the USA as our logo. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks. And until next time, cheers, everybody.